Yeah. Damn, son, feel like I'm the man, son. Run up in your house and take your bitches up for ransom. Damn, son, yeah, I'm brown and handsome. Yeah, your boy stay fresh to death, no matter what the brand, son. Damn, son, feel like I'm the man, son. Run up in your house and take your bitches up for ransom. Damn, son, yeah, I'm brown and handsome. Yeah, your boy stay fresh to death, no matter what the brand, son. This will go one or two ways. You can be living or dead. Wanna be on that warpath. I don't care how much bloodshed. I don't care who I'm gon' blast. I don't care who I'm gon' spare. I'm almost gold in my bag. You can take silver or lead. Pablo, making them sing like Les Miserables. Swallowing sin like El Diablo. Every time that I am awake, I'm cutting up heads like Sleepy Hollow. Get some hair while I'm in bed. Holy Ghost stay and she gon' swallow. I'ma stay stacking up my breath till I'm blowing up like the Apollo. Everyone act like they okay. Everyone know that they in sorrow. Everyone act composed today. Everyone lose their minds tomorrow. So many act like they the first. Most of them know that they just borrow. All of you stay out of my way. Battle and blood smoke is the motto. Reckless with a routine, the combo. Spent last week living like soprano. Week before I'm incognito. Week before that ball at Rondo. My dogs ready to bang like bongo. Spot my dogs at Den and Pongo. Coming out swinging. What are you thinking? Making them run it back like, damn, son. Feel like I'm the man, son. Run up in your house and take your bitches up for ransom. Damn, son. Yeah, I'm brown and handsome. Yeah, your boy stay fresh to death. Don't matter what the brand, son. Damn, son. Feel like I'm the man, son. Run up in your house and take your bitches up for ransom. Damn, son. Yeah, I'm brown and handsome. Yeah, your boy stay fresh to death. Don't matter what the brand, son.
Hello and welcome everybody. How are you guys doing today with us? Today we have GM Abish Mathew and welcome to BM Trains GM. How are you doing? You're muted.
Doing very well, very well. Thank you very much for having me. Very excited. Technically class number 4, but on stream class number 2, which ab dekha jaye to will become class number 2. We'll go through all the basics.
Yes, and congratulations guys. You don't know this, but GM Abish Mathew today, right before the stream, has done his first ever checkmate, and we're gonna check that game out for sure.
Ah, you gotta check it. Oh shit, I didn't know. This is like reviewing my answer sheet in front of the world. Okay, cool. Very excited.
We'll do that. But how are you otherwise, Abish? How are you doing?
I'm going good, dude. I am. It's morning time here. So it's 12 noon. So I'm in my parents' basement.
Oh, it's it's so nice because of this time zone that you get to be fresh in the morning and I get to be at my favorite time zone. Like मेरे को 12:30 बजे के बाद best time लगता है, ठीक है? तो मैं भी अपने element में रहता हूँ. You also at your element. So I think we should just start fucking each other.
That exactly. That's what I was. My thoughts exactly.
No notification. Yes, chat. You will not get any notification for this one because this is like 4th or 5th stream of the day. YouTube only sends like 3 in 24 hours. So that's okay. You'll see it tomorrow, day after. जिसने जो देख सकता है देख रहा है, जो नहीं देख सकता नहीं देखेगा बाद में.
Samay does as many streams as I do stories on Instagram in a day.
But Abish, can we quickly tell chat what all you have learned about chess in these 3 classes, in 4 classes?
All right, here we go. Ready. All right, to start off with a couple of things, strategies, tactics, and nomenclature. Matlab, if you know this, you can Google it as well. Ek to hai that when you're beginning the game, always make sure you capture the center, put as much pressure as possible in the center, then develop pieces. What develop pieces means is to move your knight and your bishop into the game. What initially I thought develop pieces is ki pawns ko bhi develop kar do, but actually it is to get your minor pieces, which are your which are basically your bishop and your knight. Yeah. Now, also another thing very cool, knight in the rim is dim. So every time you're trying to play the knight, don't play towards the corner of it, but put them in the center. Oh, Samay, see, I remember. Yeah. We will get to the tactics, but before that, remember that the order is like check, capture, threat. So every time you're trying to make at least mid game onwards, not in the beginning of the game, but like mid game and end game. You got to remember, if the motive of each piece has got to be either a check or a capture or at least a threat, varna it's a dull move. Learned what a rolling checkmate is, which is a very arrogant move, which I will get to in some time. Found out locking the king in the bathroom. That means if the king push kar karke last में वाला जो line होता है उसको bathroom बोलते हैं. Keep an eye. Okay, this is a pro tip. I don't know how to do it, but like keep an eye out for stalemate if you're losing. But of course, that I don't have to worry about at all. Pieces की values भी होती है. I found out. Like I thought like a pawn and everybody has the same value, but apparently the knight is 3, bishop is also 3. That means they are minor pieces. Rook is 5. Queen is 9, and king is
priceless.
Oh, really? Sometimes I feel like after you kill the queen, the game becomes more interesting. Always trade pieces for a higher point. But if you are at a higher point, you can always trade equal or trade down because of something called the football theorem, which I understood. Okay, थोड़ा time लग गया. Football theorem ये है कि अगर उनके बोर्ड में समझ 10 है और तुम्हारे पास 9 है,
तुम्हारे पास 11 है,
तुम्हारे पास 11 है, और उनके पास और 10 है, समझो, even if it's less. If you go from 9, then 10, from 8, this is at 9. The lesser the number of people, the tougher to play the board. So if you're on an advantage, you can trade down, but to reduce the number of players there are. The football theorem, as I found out, which, by the way, I was able to think. Another thing called tempo. Okay, this is pretty cool. Tempo का मतलब ये है कि pick up a tempo on a piece. That means put some kind of pressure on, threaten a piece, so that that piece has to defensively move up. So whatever you wanted to do, you can still do after. Varna क्या होता है? I move, you move, I move, you move. But in this case, I move in such a way that it threatens a very strong piece. So you can't move your move. So you have to go back. So then you anyway get to do what you wanted to do. So you get a 1-up on pick. Now I understand what tempo and threaten में difference क्या है. Threat करोगे कोई फायदा नहीं है, but threat करके आगे क्या करने का है. Castling. I learned how to castle.
Yeah.
I realized the importance of castling also. मुझे लगता है ऐसे cool लोग करते होंगे. It is so that the king comes towards the corner and ऊपर के pawns are there defensive and the rook is defending. So it almost creates a castle inside, which is why it's called castling.
भाई मुझे ऐसे खुशी के आंसू आ रहे हैं, बता यार चैट. ये सब जो अभीश बोल रहा है ना, सिर्फ 3 घंटे में सीखा है अभीश. पहले हमारे स्ट्रीम, उसके बाद मैंने 2 स्ट्रीम और की इनके साथ, एंड ही न्यू नथिंग अबाउट चेस एज यू ऑलरेडी नो, एंड अंटिल नाउ एंड मोर. Let's keep going.
Okay, and all of these are like usable theorems also. Okay, another tip that I learned is a rook, which is your castle, Guwahati, belongs to an open file. मतलब उसके सामने जितने obstructions हैं, the worse it will perform. So clear the path. The rook also likes to battery. मतलब अगर आप rook back to back अगर लगाओगे, so it will be able. It is a stronger move. Because if you take something from the rook, someone takes the rook is ready to take that up also. So always ready it up for battery. We figured something called discovery, which, by the way, I have to tell you that there are some tactics we'll get to now. Joe, if you want to play on chess.com, you can go to puzzles and just get a little used to. What I figured out, Samay, was that when I was doing puzzles, जब मैं game खेल रहा हूँ, so I'm looking out for discovery, pins, skewers, which I'll get to. Discovery का मतलब ये है कि अगर आपके एक move के आपके piece or you have another piece of yours and then there is the enemy piece. By removing a piece out of the way, you have a discovery directly towards that enemy player. So always keep an eye out for discovery that's there. Discovery when 3 pieces in a row. Always look out for discovery and pins. Pins का मतलब क्या है कि if there is a strong piece and if there is and that piece is moving, but if you put a strong threat on it कि अगर वो निकल गया तो the stronger piece behind will be threatened, you're pinned to that piece. क्योंकि निकल गया तो फिर ये मैं queen ले लूंगा, या even worse if it is a king. And if it is a king, you can't move the piece because then it's an immediate check anyway. Difference between a pin and a skewer is slightly different. Okay, I'll try to make this I'll try to also understand what I'm saying this. Pin का मतलब ये है कि आपने एक piece, दो piece और lock कर दिया enemy piece का. So you have a piece, you have put a small piece which is protecting a bigger piece. So now it's pinned. मतलब किंग इधर है, यहां पर नाइट है, यहां आपका बिशप है. अगर आप हॉर्स मूव करोगे, अगर आप नाइट मूव करोगे तो योर किंग इज गॉन. दैट्स अ पिन. स्क्यूअर इज स्लाइटली ऑपोजिट. आपके पास यहां पर बिशप है, यहां पर आपके पास एक स्ट्रॉन्ग पीस है, एंड यहां पर एक छोटू सा पीस है. And that strong piece is threatened. So that strong piece will move, but you still get to take the weaker piece. So you'll get a point up. And with each point up, you can trade down. So if you trade down, the number of pieces go down. So you put kind of pressure on them. That is a skewer and a pin ke beech mein difference. And counterplay and active mode, मुझे अभी समझ गया, but मैंने अभी use किया नहीं है, तो फिर I don't know. And there's another thing called prophylaxis, which again I understood, but वो अभी तक पहुंचा नहीं, because I think prophylaxis is advancing a move, like planning to plan. वो तो अभी small step. अभी मैं सीखा हूँ कि घोड़ा 2 जंप कर सकता है, तो
bro. You know. So when are you playing against Magnus Carlsen in the World Championship, bro?
Very soon.
I have to tell you, I have taught chess to a lot of people. My dad also I've taught to a lot of friends. But you, I am telling you, have had the fastest, the quickest. Like you have a crazy grasping power. That's what I was telling Chad that day also. In 3 hours, Chad, with me, just in 3 hours, Abish has learned all of this, and he has understood, which is most important. कि उसको ये सब समझ आ गया है. ऐसा नहीं कि उसने रटा मारा. He understood all these concepts. And today, Abish, I have a plan for you. I have made some more topics that will cover slightly advanced topics today. ठीक है? Are you excited?
Oh, yes, very excited.
Awesome. So today we are going to look at something called weaknesses. Okay. Today, first of all, we'll look at something called weaknesses. Weaknesses are things which will give you a plan during the game. All right. So I'll tell you what a weakness is. Okay. हाँ खाना ना दे दीजिए. Okay. So let's say this is the position. Hold on. Now today we are going to look at some slightly advanced topics, okay? But you have reached that level where you will understand these. This will give you like a nice roadmap during the game कि मुझे क्या करना है. Because after you've opened, you've developed, mid game has begun. Now is when you need to start making plans. So let's say you play e4, they play e5. You play knight here, they play knight here, you play this, something happens, okay, in the game. And you play this, play this, play this. Let's say you play this, you play this, and you play this. Okay. Now in this position, what is a weakness? A weakness is any pawn that is not defended. All right? Any pawn that is not defended is a weakness. Can you find the weakness in black's camp in this position?
Black's camp. The unprotected pawn, right? Basically.
Yes. Guys, I spent 1 hour today training Gautami ji also. It was the first class in which she learned opening. Tomorrow I'm going to again teach her all the concepts that I taught Abish yesterday and day before.
G7 is the weak pawn.
G7 is the weakness. That's
hanging
correct.
pawn also.
Yes.
For a queen at G3.
Perfect. So this is a weakness. This is a hanging pawn. All right. Now, there is one more weakness. Let's say a pawn. Weaknesses are not always just pawns, okay? They're also squares, but we'll get to them later. I just want you to keep an eye out for these weak pawns, these hanging pawns, okay? Because sometimes what happens is, let's say your queen is here, and now it's your turn to play. Okay? It is your turn to play, so you have to look for weaknesses. You know that this is a weak pawn. This is a pawn that's not defended, so you'll make a plan to attack it by going let's say they play this, you'll make a plan to attack it by going here. Now it's a hanging pawn, but in the previous move it was a weakness. Now it's hanging straight away, but in this position now it's not hanging, it's a weak pawn. So if you look at a weak pawn, then you'll know how to attack it, and then it will become a hanging pawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll give you another example, and you have to find the weakness in that. Okay, so let's say we play this, they play this, you play this, they play whatever this, you play this, you play this, they play this, you play this, they play this, you play this, and you play this. Okay, now let's say this is the position. All right, this is the position, and let's say they have castled here. Can you spot a plan for white? How do you spot what to do in this position? And looking at weaknesses will give you a nice plan. It's white to play. Can you first of all find a weakness in black's camp?
There. Okay.
Guys, मैं कुछ खाया नहीं है कब से, तो अभी खाऊंगा.
Pawn at b7 is a weakness right
Very well,
now.
very nicely spotted.
Then I'm just trying to see what else is a weakness. Yeah, that pawn. Yeah, that's the only pawn which is a weakness right now.
So what do you play in this position then?
So perfect. If I move the say queen to b3, maximum the bishop can come in front to protect, but that'll be stupid to do because you lose two big pieces post. Both bishops. There are three basically bishops. I mean, there are three moves to it. So like if the bishop moves, we can go ahead and capture that bishop because there's no queen or nobody else attacking.
But
after that,
Abish, what is queen b3? Apart from this, it is one more thing. There's one more thread with queen b3.
Oh, it's a check already.
It's a check. So this is what I taught you yesterday, a double attack.
Double
Remember?
attack. Yeah.
So can you tell me what happens in a double attack?
In a double attack, you're attacking two pieces at the same time. So if you defend one piece, you will definitely lose the other. And in this case, because it's a check, only the king can move. So the king might go to h8. So you can take that hanging piece now. You converted the weakness into a hanging
piece. Yeah. Right now, let's say it might be a bad move because bishop c6 loses it, but just keep an eye out for hanging pieces. Hanging for weaknesses. It'll give you a nice plan in the game. Okay. So now let's say I'll ask you for another plan. Let's say you played this. I'll give you a proper opening only now. Okay. Let's play this. This. Comes here. Comes here. Castles. And say, okay. So in this position, can you tell me all the weaknesses that are there?
C6 is a weakness. Unprotected by anybody. Yeah, C6 is a weakness.
Yeah. What else?
Pawn is protected. There's a protected knight is protected.
So this is the main weakness. This is one of the main weaknesses, right? So in your game, you can make a plan around this. So what would you make a plan over here? What would you play here?
Hold on. If I take the queen ahead to d6, then it puts a pressure on this. But so did you move that?
That was black to play, so I just moved, so that's white to play.
Oh, it's white to play. Okay. I mean, my brain is telling me that if I move, it's white to move, no?
Yeah.
If I move this, I mean, pawn to pawn exchange, then the knight will take it, and then your queen will take it, then the queen will take. So we don't come out strong. So that's not a good idea. If we move the queen ahead
I
to
want you to
d6,
make a plan around the weakness.
okay. When you mean pick a plan, it's to take the weak piece,
The
right?
point
That's
of
the
a
plan.
weakness is it's not defended.
Hmm.
So you can go ahead and make a plan around it. You can attack it.
Hmm.
So how do you attack it?
Queen to d6.
Perfect. Queen to d6. Okay. So you'll get a slightly better position than you had. Now there are two kinds of weaknesses. Like weaknesses, imagine these pawns have a strength bar. Okay. This pawn's strength is lowest right now. It has no defenses. No one's defending this pawn, right? This pawn strength is high because it's getting defended by the pawn, by the rook. दो लोग उसको defend करें. It's not a weak pawn. It's a stronger pawn. So can you tell me what is this pawn's strength?
This pawn strength is 2.
Yeah, so it's 2, right? So minimum to win it, you need at least 3 pieces. So it's like a strong piece. But now there are some weaknesses which are like this, especially towards the king side. How many defenders did it have?
It has right now one defender.
Only one. So it is also relatively a
Weaker piece.
weak pawn. Yeah.
Hmm.
So can you make a plan around that weakness now?
Yeah, I can.
What is your plan?
Right. I know that the bishop can take it out right now. Then the king will take the bishop, but that line is free. So technically, to threaten the king, I mean, you can take it from the bishop, but then you're exchanging a higher piece to a lower piece. So that's not smart.
This is a weak pawn. How many attackers does it have right now?
One. So we need 2. So
Perfect.
if we can put, I'm trying to say knight it'll take too long to get. The rook it's already castled, so I don't know how to get it there. 1, 2, 3 moves.
Yeah.
If I take the pawn and put it ahead, but that will do essentially nothing because also it's in queen's way right now, so you might as well. But it's right now it's protected by our queen.
Yeah.
So if I move that, we lose the pawn.
Well, that becomes a weak pawn. Okay, that's cool.
I mean, right now, if you want to attack the one on the right, the only possible move is to move the pawn ahead. Otherwise, make sure that pawn doesn't go ahead so that our bishop can pick it.
You want to lock this over here.
Yeah.
Think more. There's one more way to attack this pawn. I'll give you a hint. It's with the queen.
How about the queen here? Technically, the queen can give a check to the king right now, and it's a completely undefended place. So the king will go inside. And then we can...
Then you want to come here?
But then the bishop can take the pawn then, and then the king takes the bishop. And then if we bring the... Sorry, I'm just trying to
No,
think.
take your time. This is a difficult concept. Today we're gonna do some difficult concepts.
Vision takes this, king takes this, it's fine. But if I move this check, it goes
My
inside.
question to you is: this pawn is being attacked once. It's a
Hmm.
relatively weak pawn. It has only one defender. How do you add one more attacker to it in order to win it? And the move is with the queen.
In that case, two moves then. Queen to g4 and then queen to h5.
Okay, good plan. But how about queen d3?
Oh, you basically created a battery
Battery of these.
diagonally.
And what are we threatening?
So you're taking the queen to threaten the pawn, but the king can then attack.
We have a bishop behind it.
So the king can't attack anyway. So it's a checkmate then.
Checkmate then. So basically, you have to keep an eye out to all the enemy's pawns. Okay, to see the strength of those pawns, because that will give you an attack. Like right now, this is an absolutely weak pawn, absolutely weak. But is it really important to go for that weakness, or is it more important to go for this weakness, which is a relatively more weak? It's like only one person is defending it. No solid, no strong piece is defending it. Just a king is defending it.
I think correct. In this, I was trying to keep the path clear, but you're right. If I create a battery and the king can't attack because, it's already pinned by the bishop.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Let me see.
It takes time to get this.
But just keep an eye out for weaknesses, okay? Let me see if there's a lesson that teaches weaknesses in this. Forcing moves, weaknesses. No, sorry, I have to only create positions. Oh, hold on. Analysis, setup. Let me set up some positions for you. Let's set up this position. And let's say this knight is not here. This king has castled. Your bishop is here. And this is here. And your queen is here. All right. So in this position, okay. This is your position, okay? This is your position. Can you identify the weaknesses?
Pawn at h5 is a weakness, completely undefended, so 0 points.
Yeah.
The other one at 7. G7 is 2, G6, F7 is 2. I mean, sorry, that's 1.
Yeah, this is like 1. It has only
G7
1.
is 1. Yeah, F7 is 2.
So 2 we will not consider.
Correct. So we're looking at only ones.
So now you have spotted 2 weaknesses here. Like let's ignore this side right now. We are heading towards a checkmate. We want to kill the opponent. We see these 2 weaknesses. How do you attack both?
Queen. I'm looking at a checkmate. I don't know if it'll become one, but it's good enough to try. Queen to e4 so that the knight can take the pawn at g7.
Oh, wow. You are looking directly checkmate, but I'm trying to think of weaknesses.
Okay.
Try to attack the weaknesses. See, it's a little difficult because you have to think 2 moves in advance.
I mean, technically queen to f3.
F3. You want to attack this one weakness.
Wait. Yeah. Wait, hold on. No. Queen to h3.
H3. You want to attack this weakness.
Correct.
Awesome. How about you play a move like queen to g5? which attacks this weakness also, it attacks this weakness also. Yeah. No, this is a difficult concept. It is a very difficult concept. And I don't have the proper puzzles for it, but I just wanted to understand plan making. This is called making a plan in chess. Sometimes your pieces are in the game. You don't have a plan. You're like, what should I do now? Look for weaknesses. Look for how to attack those weaknesses and win those weaknesses.
And so basically, this is a double attack.
It's a double attack. And I mean, he'll defend it like this for sure. But the thing is, now his king is weaker. Maybe you'll get some nice checks. You'll get some play from there. So, and you have this check here with the knight.
Yeah, basically, if I take the knight over there, then it's a check. Plus, then the queen is free to take, but then the rook is also there.
Queen can't take now. Like, king will have to only move like somewhere. So the thing is, now king is becoming weak.
Yeah.
Samjhe?
Got it.
So let me give you one last example of weaknesses. Because this is a very, very difficult concept. Even high-rated players don't understand weaknesses. Yeah? So a weakness is a pawn which is defended less time. मतलब जितना कम डिफेंड है उस पॉन पे उतना वो वीक है. अगर कुछ भी डिफेंस नहीं तो एकदम ही वीक है. अगर एक डिफेंस है फिर भी वीक है वो. But now comes the thing. If that pawn is defended by another pawn, then it's not a weakness. Because let's say this pawn was here. This is not a weakness anymore. Although it's defended only once. But that is because it's defended by a pawn. So no matter what you threaten it with, a bishop, with whatever, you'll never be able to take it and make profit on it. Because it's gonna fucking take it back with a pawn. So weakness के बारे में 3 चीजें आप लिख लो. Main important point. A pawn which is not defended by any other pawn is a weakness. A pawn that is not defended by any other pawn is a weakness. Second point. The strength or the weakness of the weakness. The अगर एक मीटर होता जो बताता कितनी weakness है, that weakness is determined by how many pieces it's defended by. Not pawns, pieces. समझ गए आप ये दोनों points?
Yeah.
And third, when you spot a weakness, attack it to make it a hanging piece, hanging pawn. These are 3 points about weakness today.
Got it. Got it. I got it.
Okay, awesome. ठीक है, तो now I think you understood pawn structure yesterday. Double pawns are bad.
Double pawns are bad.
So now let's say your bishop is here, opponent's knight is here, and this pawn is here. Should you take this or no? Oh no, this knight is not here. This knight is somewhere else. Should you take this knight or hold on? This queen, let's fucking put the queen here and let's put the pawn here. Should you take this or no? Keeping in mind pawn structure.
If I take it, it's an equal exchange, but then the pawn will be able to take it up after. But the advantage we have is that then the pawn is back to back. So that's not good on their end. So we technically in this exchange will lose points, right?
How will we lose points?
Because our bishop takes the knight, which is the same 3, but then the pawn takes the bishop, which is also 3. Yeah.
So it's equal trade.
It's equal trade, but we give them a weakness, which is back-to-back pawns.
So what happens is now, look, when you take, I mean, he takes back with the pawn. What does this pawn become now?
Undefended.
And it is a
Weakness that can be a
Weakness.
hanging point. Okay,
So doubled pawns, that's why are weak.
got it.
That's
Yeah,
why
because
it's
it's not defended from the side.
yeah, that's why it's a weakness. So anytime you find the opportunity to trade equally and double opponent's pawns, go for it.
Got it. Yeah, that's true. Double pawns are weak because they can't be defended by the pair behind.
Yes. Okay, so now let's quickly do one survival, all right? Let's do a survival. Let's try to reach 10. You have to get 10
What does
puzzles
survival
right.
mean?
So we're doing up every puzzle you solve, it keeps getting harder. Let's try to reach 10. 10 will be a great result. There was a time not very long ago where I could do only 20. Now you know all the tactics. I have taught you everything. Use everything and let's go. Keep in mind the soul of chess, which is checks, captures, and threats. Let's go.
Yeah.
2, 1, let's go. Black to play.
Black to play. So we're black. So move with that.
Guys, this is the first puzzle rush we're doing together, by the way. अभी तक मैंने सब कौन सा सिखाया puzzle rush ज़्यादा किया नहीं मैंने.
We could move. Oh yeah, queen to E1.
Beautiful. Queen D1, bishop F1.
Then queen to. Yeah, be safe. Yeah, queen to then take the bishop.
Perfect.
After.
Let's go. White to play.
White to play. The rook to D8.
Lovely. And now?
Similarly, rook takes E8.
Beautiful. There's a guy in the chat, Yuvraj Chawla. Could you please give him a shout out? He's saying.
Yo, what's up, Yuvraj Chawla? Shout out!
Awesome. It's on you. White to play.
We are on battery with the rook, so technically I would use the rook at E5 to take down the rook at E8 so that we have a battery. Then give a check, so the king will have to move. So if I take this, the king's on the threat. I come here. Oh yeah, the rook from E5 to E8. And now the rook from E1 to E7.
Let's go. I'm not helping anything, huh?
White to move. If it goes there, if it comes here, if it goes there, that's still fine. Okay. Rook to D8. Okay. White to move.
Doing great, huh?
Oh, thanks, man. Rook at F2 to rook to F8.
Okay. Rook takes.
Rook takes rook. Oh no, we have a queen that's looking at. Oh, we can give a check right now and then.
Then king comes here.
Okay. Yeah, the king comes. Wait, hold on. Let me just look at it.
Should I do those moves for you to make it easier?
No, what? 1 second. Let me just try. I have to get used to like doing it in my head anyway.
Yes.
So
your idea is great. I'll calculate till the end.
Rook moves there.
Tell me out loud so I make the arrows.
Okay, so rook E2 to E8. Then the rook at then their enemy rook will take my rook, and then my queen can take that and still render a check to the king. The king will move ahead to D7, and at that time I can take the rook which is hanging at that time at G7.
Dude, you calculate fucking 4 moves in a row. Who does that, man? That's insane. Let's go. Check, and check. Beauty. Abish will be in the chat for this one. I was not expecting this one, by the way.
Okay, black to move.
ओके चैट
We
मैंने
are black.
अबीश को मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही भाई, पर मैं तुम्हें कह रहा हूँ अबीश इतनी मेहनत कर रहा है ना सीओबी के लिए, क्या
Rook
बताऊँ
from
तुम्हें,
B6
तुम्हें तो दिख ही
can
रहा
go
होगा.
to A6. That way we put a tempo on the rook over there. If our bishop moves, if our bishop moves to
How do we calculate
A5,
अबीश in
yeah.
chess?
If our bishop move,
Remember checks captures threats, huh?
if our queen goes. Oh yeah, correct. Oh yeah, when the king is under check, it cannot walk into a check or even remove that because we have a rook which is battery for the queen. So if we take the queen and take the pawn at f2, then the king can't take the queen. Has to go inside. By the time we can take the rook, then our queen will be gone. Yeah, but it'll be a checkmate anyway. So queen goes to pawn, and then king moves there. If we take the queen and the go left, it's unprotected. If we go right and we take the wait, I have a question. If we take that rook which is technically still protected by the rook at e3, if we take the e1, the king is under check, so only the king can move, right? Nobody else can defeat. So if I take that rook, which
You're
is
saying if this only the king can move.
Yeah, now that it's under check.
But rook can take the checking piece, right?
Okay.
When you're under check, if the opponent takes out the checking piece only, then there's no check. Think, there's a crazy move here. That mates in 2. Think of all the checks that you can see here.
One second. Move here. Okay. I know I have a rook if I bring the rook there.
What are you thinking?
To be honest, I'm thinking if I move the bishop, then I know we have the rook we can try to take, but we also have our rook at f. If I bring it to f3, then it pressures on the queen. But let me just fix. Yeah.
Think checks captures. Have you seen all the checks in the position? Even as dumb as they might look, you have to go through them.
Okay.
Tell me the dumbest checks you see here. Go for them. Think about them. Calculate them.
The dumbest check is the queen coming close to a g1.
Okay.
But
then what happens? Queen takes it. Simple.
Yeah, queen takes it.
Nothing we have there.
But at g1, then the rook takes it and the king also takes it.
Yeah. What else? So we saw g1. We saw this one.
And the
What are the next other checks here?
Am I not seeing a piece?
Even as dumb as they might look, think of the checks. We saw this one. We saw this one. What else is here?
The right ahead.
Okay, check. What happens?
Then the rook comes in. A rook can take the rook, and then it's still a checkmate.
That's it. So this is called a very famous checkmate. It's called a back rank checkmate. So basically, this is the rank, right? This is the last rank, and the king gets checkmated because of its own pawns. And this happens a lot. You might actually see this opponent might do this, and you might get a nice opportunity to back rank.
Can you go? So just to wrap my head around it, we put that in. We knew. Oh yeah, correct.
Yeah?
The exchanges I didn't see that exchange.
All right. No stress. Let's go.
Why to move? Oh, rook at g1 to rook to g7 is a check to the king. This thing takes it. Okay. Technically, right now this is a hanging piece, the bishop. So a queen can take the bishop. Oh no, we have the queen to queen. It's not technically at all.
Think of all the checks.
Queen to h5 is a check. Queen to h5 is a check, and queen, and there will be a checkmate technically.
Very done.
Black
Very
to
nicely
move.
done.
Black to move.
You're at 7 already, by the way.
Oh no, this one black to move. So rook to a1. So checking's under check. You take the rook with the rook.
Checkmate. Let's go.
Black to move. Okay.
Yes.
Black to move. Okay. I take the rook takes the king's under check. Rook takes the rook. We're black. I move the king. Okay, let me look at weaknesses.
Very nice. Just tell me out loud what you think.
I'm looking at right now because whatever calculation I was doing wasn't working. So now I'm just looking at like weaknesses first. If I move,
But have
I'm
you seen
thinking
the checks captures
options are. Yeah, but the options are if I take the queen and take it and take the pawn at g2,
Yeah.
then the king's under check. King cannot kill the queen because the rook is at g8.
So it's a.
It's a check. I don't know if it's a checkmate.
Can the king go anywhere?
It's under check. So if it goes left or right, it can't take the queen because the rook is there. Yeah, correct. That'll be the move because that'll be a
Lovely.
checkmate.
Ninth.
Okay. White to move. White to move.
See, not always will you get a checkmate in one, right? Sometimes they'll also
Right.
get it in 3, in 4, in 5, in 2. So calculate till the end. Go ahead.
Checks, captures, and threats. Correct. So
What are you thinking?
and looking at I know I have a if I take my rook at d1 and I'm thinking if I take it to d8, then the rook will take the rook. The king comes out, exposing it to the queen. Oh no, it doesn't. It's actually on the green part. If I have a battery, but that also doesn't work. We have the queen.
Okay.
If I move the queen over there.
Where? Tell me where you're thinking the queen.
If I go diagonally, then it's in the king area. But if I bring it to in front of the rook, then it'll be a check. Oh, wait, hold on. How about this? If I move the queen to if I move the queen to give a check at d7.
Beautiful. King has to go inside.
The king has to go inside.
Now look at
and
this.
Then you can go to the right or to the left. You can.
It can't go to the left, right?
No, like the queen can take the pawn. No, sorry, the queen is hanging. So once again, if the queen gives a check at 7, d7, the king goes right.
And now identify this pattern. We just saw this. The king is here. It's defended by its own, it's immobilized by its own pawns.
Correct. So now if I move the queen ahead to d8, the rook will take the queen, but our rook can come and checkmate.
And it's called a back rank checkmate.
Back rank check.
Very well done. We're already at 10, but let's see how far you can go. Now they really start getting tougher, okay?
Okay. Black to move.
Yes.
Technically, we can take a queen to a1. That
Okay.
would
Knight will come in the middle.
be a knight can come in the middle. Then we can move. Oh, how about if we move the? Oh no, the pawn is there. Correct.
Calculate. Queen A1, Knight B1.
Queen A1, Knight B1.
Remember weaknesses.
Queen A1, Knight B1.
Let me make that move for you.
We have a knight that we can take the pawn with. Then the king. I mean, it's putting no pressure anywhere, so it makes no sense.
Okay. So you identified the weak pawn.
We can either take it with the knight.
Or
yeah. Oh, we can take it with the queen right now because then the knight will protect that position, so it's completely secure. And finally, if we move the king inside, because the knight to C1,
Yeah,
it's
king has moved
protected
here.
also. King is moved where?
So we took this and king moved here.
Yeah, correct. So our queen to to C1.
But here, though, it will take it. There's nothing defending the queen.
Oh, acha, no. Correct. We can make a pre-move to. I mean, we can make not pre-move. If I take this there, hanging piece, anything.
That's a hanging piece. Yeah.
Take the knight at B1.
That's it. What is it?
This will be checkmate because I can move to both the places.
Yes.
Got it.
Let's go.
Okay, white to move.
This one is difficult. I'll wash my hands and come. You calculate.
Yeah, no problem. Goes there. Takes there. Still have one. We still got advantage.
Hello.
What's up?
Yeah. क्या सोच रहे हो आप?
I'm looking at couple of options.
Okay.
There's one weak pawn over there. There is a hanging piece, which is the pawn in the middle at E5.
That's a
It's
weakness.
undefended.
That's a weakness.
That's a weakness. But I don't know how to convert it yet.
Okay.
If I I have the rook on the side, which is also with one weak pawn on the right. It's defended by the king.
And the knight, so it's not really a very weak
Oh, it's
pawn.
knight h2. I didn't see that side.
Checks captures threats.
Oh, technically, knight to knight exchange puts a check on the king. The king can move.
The bishop will take it and then?
Oh, if the bishop takes it, then our rook. Oh, yeah, the bishop takes it. Okay, wait, don't let me see. Yeah, that area is empty. If I take the rook, no, it's not the attack.
Should I make the move for you?
Sure, just
Let's
make
play.
it.
Knight takes. Now
One
what?
takes, knight takes this. If I move the knight. What's a check I can give here? You can take this. And take this. You take this. Oh, bad exchanges, but let's try. Like if the queen takes. Okay, let me try this out. Queen takes the rook. Queen takes the queen. Rook takes the queen.
Why is it a bad
After
exchange?
no, I'm just thinking after that, the the rook can go ahead and the rook takes rook, but we still have one rook up. Okay, huh? So basically now the exchange will be queen takes rook and queen takes queen, rook takes queen.
Yeah. So the thing is, what you did in this puzzle, which you did not realize,
Hmm.
is that like opponent played this and threatened your queen, right?
Hmm.
Who like can you take the rook right now?
No, I can't take
Why?
because it's attacked by the knight
By the
and the
knight?
queen.
Yeah. So what you did actually is you eliminated one of the defenders.
Huh.
You gave him a check, eliminated the defender of the rook, and then you took it.
Hmm.
समझ रहे हो?
Hmm.
So that
Oh
is what
yeah,
you did
got it,
there.
got it.
This
Yeah.
was slightly difficult, but I'm glad you solved it. Let's keep going.
Right to move. Hmm. If I take the knight to e7, it's a check to the king. The bishop takes it, but our rook takes the bishop. And then rook takes the bishop, and then the knight takes our rook. I mean,
It's a mess.
and
Can you
basically we
calculate?
get nothing out of
Are
it.
you better or are you worse after that? After 97?
Knight e7, bishop takes knight, rook takes bishop, knight takes bishop. Knight, no, we don't come out better.
Yeah. So that is so you eliminated this process of elimination. You eliminated this check. What is the next check?
Oh wait, the king is ahead. Okay, sorry.
What other checks do you see?
We have white now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two move check. Like if I take the queen to e queen to d3,
You want to set
and
up a
then move the
discovery,
knight.
and then you want to
Yeah.
remove them. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But do you have something more direct here? That's a great idea, by the way, that you want to do this.
Oh, something more direct is if I take the queen and take the pawn at h6, then the
That's it.
king's under check, and then the knight. Yeah, it's a checkmate then, right?
Beauty.
All right, black to move. I'll technically go there. Take this. I would say queen from f6 to f3. Rook takes queen. Rook takes rook. But no, but the king can still attack.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking if the queen queen take queen gives a check at for example, if the queen gives a check at f2, the
Okay.
rook can take the queen.
F2, how will the
Then
rook take the queen? F1 you mean, or F2?
if I take it to f2, then the king is under threat. It'll have to go inside or come out. To can't kill the queen either.
It can't come out, right?
Yeah.
So it has
I
to
would
go
say
inside.
f2.
Okay, queen F2, king goes inside, then what?
फिर पार्टी करेंगे यार, ऐसा की बड़ी बात है यार.
Remember this?
Yeah, the king has gone inside, so it's both have 1 point. But if I move the queen inside, the king can take the queen. I'm trying to see what if I go in. again, I have a question. If the queen goes into G1, the king can kill the queen and also the rook can.
Yeah.
What if it takes the hanging piece over? There's no hanging piece. I mean, the rook can move now.
Think deeper. Remember this position. The king is trapped by its own pawns. What is this called?
Oh, got it. Yeah, even if I move the queen now to F1 and the rook takes queen, the rook can checkmate the king.
So this instinct we have to develop, and this will only develop with practice, that you quickly see, "Arey, this is back rank." So fat you'll do this.
Oh, back rack as soon as 1 second. Let me see. Look out for back racks. Yo, I need to go to the restroom. Can I quickly
Please,
take a... Here's an intermission.
So chat, we're doing some puzzles today. What is chat saying? First time I'm looking at chat. But I didn't play a match against me. I will draw if I see mate in 2. अरे नहीं यार प्रशांत. We'll play an actual match towards the end of the session. आज का थोड़ा grinding session है for him, because today I want him to really calculate. I want him to go as far as he can. I want to exhaust him. I want to push his limits in this. And let's see how far he can go. He's already at 14, which is really good. 14 मतलब इसकी rating जो है, कौन सी rating के puzzle solve कर रहा है? 703. No, actually 805 rating के puzzle solve कर रहा है, which is actually a very good thing. And I'm sure he'll play a good game. मैंने अभी इनकी एक game analyze भी करनी, जो पिछले उससे वो जीते थे. How is he doing? Samay is doing very good, यार. He's doing very good. He'll never find these tactics in his games. Sure, Street Chronicles, you know a lot, right? You know, what's your rating? 300. How will he not find these tactics in his game, yeah? Of course, these are all tactics that you'll find in the game. This is like positions from the game. If I teach him Lucina and all that, and those things he'll not find in his game, but he will really find. Like, अभी देखना वो कैसे खुद से सेटअप कर रहा था वो पिछले उस पोजीशन में, डिस्कवरी विद द क्वीन. तो ऑल दीज थिंग्स बाय प्रैक्टिसिंग एक बार दिमाग में फंस जाएंगे ना, तो वो अपने आप जब दिखेगा तो उनको चमक जाएगा कि भाई ये है. नेवर फाइंड इन द गेम. 250 रेटिंग लेके भाई. Patterns are important, exactly. For sure, travel with inclusion मैं बताता हूँ. चैतन्य गुप्ता जी, I agree. The more I watch your streams, the more I realize you're an awesome person. And by the way, I learned a lot from last video. Thanks. Bro, you know, Yo Gamers, I wish मैंने पिछले 2 स्ट्रीम आपको वो किए होते, स्ट्रीम पे किए होते, क्योंकि इतना कुछ सिखाया ना, इतना कुछ he learned discovery, he learned double attack, so many things he learned. So those are all pins, skewers, those are all concepts that are really important in chess. But I'm sure कि अब मैं गौतम जी को सिखाऊंगा तब आप सीख लोगे वो.
Eyes back.
Hello.
Hi, what's up?
All right, you have come back to a very difficult puzzle. Let's go.
Oh, okay. What did I miss? Okay,
Nothing.
Here we go. Okay.
Let's go. So right now, opponent has played this and died your queen.
Okay.
How do you play? This is the last puzzle that we'll do, right? Then we'll play a game. We'll first analyze your game and then we'll play the game. So this is the last puzzle. Give it your all.
Take care.
Think, checks, captures, threats, okay?
So far, my brain is thinking if my knight at e4 goes and gives a check to the king at f6, the bishop can take, or the pawn, of course, the pawn. Why would the bishop move? The pawn can take this. And then if we move on knight, hold on. Oh, now we can give a check with our queen. Oh no, but
Yes,
we
go
can't
ahead.
because it's
Why not?
because the oh yeah, correct. If we wait. If we move a knight from d3 to h7,
You mean with
then
queen?
with our queen to h7, then the king has to move inside or outside or whichever position will be a checkmate because our knight has a protected card.
Beauty, bhai. This was too good. This was really good. Okay, so I
Maybe I
think
should go do more so.
that was really good. So I wanted to practice these puzzles. This is your homework for today. When you go home, when you're after the stream, you'll have to practice these puzzles. It's very simple. You'll just go to puzzles, hover over puzzles, go to puzzle rush, and go to survival, and try to beat your own score of 14, which is a great score.
Survive. And do we need to select what kind of puzzles or
No,
all
it will
puzzles?
automatically randomize
Okay, like all kinds
all
of it.
kinds of
Not
puzzles because
but these are puzzles for checkmates, right?
for checkmates
So
or for
these are
winning
end game
material.
puzzles.
For
Got it.
checkmates or for winning material. Okay. Anyway, now let's quickly have a look at your yesterday's this Abhi game you played. Then we'll play a game with one of the viewers. So let's see. Abish Mathew played with a great accuracy, 66%. It's pretty good. Awesome. Okay. So you started off. The opponent started off with d4. Okay. You played d5. Great. He developed his bishop. I'm assuming you brought out another minor piece, which is great. Knight c6 is a good move. He put pressure on your pawn. Let's see what you played here. Okay, you ignored it, which is fine because this is not really a hanging pawn, because if it takes, you take it back. If it was hanging, if there was no queen here, maybe you could have taken it. But right now, no need to take it. Why to waste a move? Let's develop. Great move.
What do you think we could have done again if you were saying
If
that
this queen was not here, if we didn't have a queen, like a queen was somewhere here, and he had played this, then this pawn is hanging, right?
Yeah, correct.
So you might as well take it. Right now, you don't need to. You just played a phenomenal move. Bishop e5. Great move. Just developing. He wants to develop his bishop, so he played e3. It's a great move. You also need to start thinking about your bishop and knight. You played e6. It's a great move. You're opening up your bishop. Very well done. Every move you are playing has a purpose. That is the best part. Okay, he played b3. Not so good move.
I give a check.
You gave a check. Great move. This is a great move. Inaccuracy, it says, like computer says inaccuracy, but fuck that. Like even grandmasters do inaccuracies. Inaccuracy is like, why you didn't play like God. Okay. Like engine will say, see 10 moves ahead and tell you why this is wrong, but no human will ever see. This is what I would have played. Okay. You developed your bishop with a check. He came here. You took it. Okay, you exchanged it. That's fine. You exchanged it. Great. And then you played your knight. Very nicely done. You developed your next piece. Opponent threatened your bishop, and actually he was threatening to take and give you what?
Sorry, he was threatening to take my bishop, so I could have taken with the pawn.
And he would have given you what? Let's say you played this. He takes. Now you have double pawns.
Oh, double pawns. Got it. Oh, that's bad for us. Correct.
That's bad for us.
So almost like my instinct would be to take it because
so you don't want to give yourself double pawns, so you better take it. You castled, which is decent, but he can take it and give you double pawns, which he did not. Okay, again, see, like engine is saying this is the best move, but all right, he developed his knight, which is equally good. Okay, you played knight g4. Why did you play knight g4?
Why did I play knight g4? Wait, what was it? It was to take the pawn. Was it the?
So the point is,
give a check. I don't know.
There is no threat of knight g4. Like knight g4 attacks this pawn, and this pawn. There's no real threat with that knight, so it's a waste of a move. Let's say he plays a move like h3. He gains tempo on your knight. What do? You're forced to come back. So this move is a purposeless move. It's a ghost. It's a fake threat. There's no threat. It's just you're coming up. Tum aage aa gaye ho, but you don't have the weapons in your hand. What are you coming up for?
बोलते हैं ना कभी कभी
हाँ ये वो है कि भाई वो है हाथ
ओ,
लगाना
इस लकीर के आगे आगे दिखा मेरा
हाँ
घोड़ा है इधर तू आ
हाँ
it's that
it's that. So instead you can you have to now start thinking of how to bring your major pieces into the game. Rooks belong on
single file empty
open
files
files. So you have
open
to figure
files
out how to create open files. Maybe rook e8 and push e5. Is this working? Takes three attackers, not working yet. So maybe this and try to get this open file. है ना? Maybe you come here, attack tempo on the queen, takes. Like if you play this, you're attacking the queen, right? He can move the queen away, but that's a waste of a move. He's wasting a move, so he will take it. And then you can
correct
take
yeah
it. Now you'll probably even go this later, or maybe this. Like let's say now he plays this. Now you'll probably try to take this break from here like this. Anna, because what do you want? You want this open file. You want this rook to have an open file. So you'll come here and you'll try to take a pawn break. But okay, you played knight g4 and he castled. Great. In this position, you played e5. But is it a good time to play e5?
he would take it yeah we only have one defender
No, we have two.
the
This
rest
knight is also defending it.
knight yeah two defending to two
But how many attackers? One, two, and
one two they have two
they have three. The three pieces who attack this pawn: the knight,
one
the bishop,
two
and the pawn.
yeah they have three
But we have only
one and two
one and
both the
two.
knights
So this is not good because after all the exchanges, you come out worse. Let's say he takes, you take, he takes, you take, and he takes. Now he's
we
simply
still
better.
have material up
He's materially up. He's +3. He's a piece up. So if you want to play this move, you have to what? Prepare it. Remember I was telling you about preparing?
yeah
So
I
you
mean
have to
ideally move the queen or the rook to back it
yes. Or even let's say f6 to back this. Yeah, this weakens your king a little bit, but ठीक है, maybe rook e1 then. ठीक है? But first the problem is he's gonna take and give you double pawn. So first fucking stake this thing. ठीक है? But anyway, he castled, you played e5 little very early. He didn't take it, he got scared. ठीक है? Expect this chess only from your opponents, right? But we want to play the best chess. Okay, opponent will give you options like here he could have taken it much better, but okay, he's also weak 596. He played this. Okay, he came here. He's threatening your queen. A good way to defend is f6. Let's see if you did that. Yes, you did that. Great move. Gains tempo on it, but there's one big problem with it, which is that this is hanging. है ना?
unprotected hanging
It's hanging because after if he plays this, this hangs. You win this back, but he also gets this.
oh he gets both
He
pieces
gets two pieces. So that's why you should have taken this long ago. And you should no, not right now, though it's not possible. But you could have just moved your queen here because what you did resulted in this. Okay. Okay, anyway, this is fine because it's complicated. You played this, he played this. He took it, he took a free bishop. And you pushed. Okay, you pushed. Decent move considering that this is anyway hanging, so you're attacking two pieces. He took it, you took it, and he took it, and you took it. Great. In such a case, you don't take with the king's pawn because remember this is your shan of the game. This is your treasure. You don't want to open it up. You would rather take with the queen or the rook to keep this integrity out like there only. Because king has to be safe. You cannot weaken the king like this. This entire row is weak. कल को यहाँ पे
for
queen आ
me
गई.
I was thinking like if the king gets cornered that's an easy checkmate to do
But on yourself.
so, yeah right because then technically you can't move ahead you can't go anywhere
But your king is open, right? So how is this good for you? You're black. So
like I was thinking if the pawn is already I mean not this wasn't moved with that yeah perfect I could next time I can move it here. I was just thinking if the king is in the corner all it needs is a little bit to clear up and then but yeah right now it's the best protected.
Take it. Hey, you can take the king to the corner, but not right now. First, the threat is to take this. Then later you move if you want. This is safer. You want to prevent it any and he checks from this side. Great, but right now never take with this pawn. Okay, ठीक है. So he took it back and you took this pawn, which was actually a good move here considering that it was hanging right now. Two were attacking this, so you was like, let me take it. You take it, and take it. So what the opponent is doing right now is he's up material. He's up in material, so he's exchanging down. Right, and your goal should be to not exchange because you are materially down. Anyway, you played a rook here. He pushed it. You took it. He took it, and you attacked this pawn twice. Great move. He played it here. He's defending it twice. Yeah. Queen d6. Great move. You want to prepare rook d8. That's a nice move to attack it thrice. He pushes it and you attack it thrice. But now the thing is, he also is defending it thrice. So still no attack is coming. Maybe instead of this, can you spot a better move here? There's a pawn that's free in this position.
The pawn is completely free, but then I'll have to move the rook and then take the. This is the. Oh yeah, correct.
Yeah, simple free pawn. Later you come back and attack this pawn. Okay. So always see कि जो opponent ने खेला है, how has it helped you? Like this move makes this pawn completely weak and in fact hanging. Not just weak but hanging. This is a weakness, but this is a hanging pawn. So you played this. He came here. Okay. And now you took it. Great. He attacked your rook. You defended it very well. You should not have taken it anyway because you are down material. है ना? So, you know a cool move here. Queen takes d5.
Unprotected queen.
And if the rook takes your queen, can you find the move?
Then the rook takes the rook. Oh no, check. Correct.
Back rank,
give it
checkmate.
A check.
So you had a back rank in your position almost. But ठीक है. What you played here, let's see. You played this, takes, good. Comes here, comes here. He came queen b3. And he allowed you a very nice back rank checkmate. Oh, you actually did a back rank checkmate and you won the game. So
I
GG.
didn't know what it was. GG.
Yeah, GG. This was a good game. Little bit, I think, practice karoge, sahi ho jayega. Now, I want you to play one. This is the last thing we'll do today. Today we did puzzles. Today we understood weakness. Okay, this is a very important concept, weaknesses. So, keeping everything in mind that you have learned so far, let's play a game. You by yourself. I'll do commentary from with the chat. Okay, and just calculate everything. Play with patience.
Got it. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, I'll just follow you. /
So I go to play a new game, no?
Yeah. ABISH right?
ABISH
Yeah, just randomly start.
I'm getting invites. Should I play with somebody who sent an invite already?
Just play a random game.
Or not with the, because you said someone from the stream. No,
yeah,
right?
but
Just like
they might be very strong. Now, on second thought, I'm thinking that they might have an alt ID and they might be very strong. So let's play with the random.
Oh, that's true.
And also they might be
there's a guy called RV Thakur. I think he's on Discord as well. I'll play with him.
Sure.
He's fun. He might be too strong. I don't know. He might be super strong.
उसका rating आएगा ना right में.
ऐसा कैसा पता चला?
Let it be. Just play randomly.
Okay. इसका 930. Okay, random.
930 is pretty strong, no?
Compared to me, सभी strong होंगे people. Okay.
All the best. I'm going. You won't be able to hear me. ठीक है. Play your best game. तो chat clearly improvement है अभिष मैथ्यू की गेम में. We saw पहले वो कैसे खेलते थे, अब कैसे खेलते थे. D4 great move. D5 nice. Let's see what he plays now. Nicely developing the knight. अच्छी बात है ये. उन्होंने बिशप निकाला है. अभी अभिष को भी अपना कुछ ना कुछ निकालना पड़ेगा, या तो बिशप या तो नाइट. देखते क्या करेंगे वो, है ना अक्षय चौहान. बहुत इंप्रूवमेंट है. अभी तक नहीं तो किंग आ गया होता, किंग D2 आ ही गया होता. अभी तक यहाँ तक आ ही गया रहता. Abish has Discord server. Yes, he does. Okay, देखते क्या खेलेंगे वो.
If I take this, it's a free.
It's not a free pawn chat.
No.
I'm glad he sees it. He was thinking to take this, but he realized कि queen मार देगी उसको. A good move here is simply to probably develop this bishop. या तो इस knight को लाएंगे बाहर. देखते हैं क्या करेंगे वो. थोड़ा टाइम ले रहे हैं वो, मैं उनको बोलता हूँ जल्दी जल्दी खेले. Abish, you gotta play a little faster than this.
Okay, got it. Sorry. Let's try this.
Okay, this is fine. वो अपना ये बिशप निकालना चाहते हैं. Yeah, Street Chronicle, that's cool. But I think he's really improving because of all these tactic training and all that. At least his opening is good right now so far, not one mistake. What is the name of this app? It's chess.com, bhai. हाँ जी सुहेल अरकटे जी. ओके, ओपोनेंट की बारी है. देख सोच रहे हैं वो ओपोनेंट को अभी नाइट लाना चाहिए या फिर ये नाइट लाना चाहिए. अरे उसने रिजाइन ही कर दिया भाई. बढ़िया. ओके, यू वन योर गेम बिकॉज ही रिजाइन. लेट्स प्ले वन मोर. ओके, इस बार अभी इसको ब्लैक पीसेस मिले. e4 e5 ही गोस. ऑलरेडी वन वन गेम इन 4 मूव्स. लेट्स सी व्हाट ही डज. ही हैज टू बी केयरफुल नाउ. जल्दी जल्दी खेलेंगे तो क्या पता नाइट f6 खेल दें, विच इज़ अ गुड ओपनिंग बट नॉट एट दिस लेवल. तो हियर ही शुड प्ले नाइट c6. 4 मूव में रिजाइन करवा दिया बट ही प्लेज नाइट f6. ये विशी आनंद खेलते थे और अब सीधा GM अभिष मैथ्यू खेलेंगे ये ओपनिंग. पेट्रोव बोलते हैं इसको. Where you give up this pawn, you take this very complicated line. Yeah, very complicated line. Let's see if he finds knight e4. Very highly improbable. Okay. Bhai is playing like Vishy Anand bhai. Queen e7 up next for what? अभी queen e2 खिलाया जाता है यहाँ पे. White is actually trying to set a trap if they know the opening, but I am doubting. भाई और वो 742 भी प्लेयर है, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लेयर है वो अभिष के लेवल के लिए. Oh, he plays queen e7. Huh? He's threatening a mate with it. Oh, but Abish defends it well. फटाफट अभी उसने डिफेंड किया है भाई. सीधा ये विशी आनंद वाली ओपनिंग खेलते हुए यहाँ पे. टीचिंग बेसिक सिखाई थी मैंने, उस पाची सिखाई थी. सीख रहे हैं वो. देखो ना पीसेस पीसेस डेवलप कर रहे हैं. ओके, चेक दिया है ओपोनेंट ने. बट यहाँ पे एक c6 अगर हमने खेल लिया, क्वीन पे टेम्पो मिल जाएगी. टेम्पो का कॉन्सेप्ट अभी को अच्छे से आता है. ओह वेरी नाइस. देखो टेम्पो लेते हुए, देख रहे हो चैट. अभी तक अगर चेक दिया तो माँ कसम पिछले कोई भी COB में देखो किंग यहाँ गया रहता, फिर किंग यहाँ गया रहता, फिर किंग यहाँ गया रहता. फिर नाइजल शॉर्ट के भी किंग वॉक को शेम में डालता है ये वाला किंग वॉक. बट ठीक है. अभी क्वीन अटैक किया इन्होंने. या आई नो प्राची, दैट्स एन एक्चुअल मूव इन द पेट्रोव. ओके, देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या खेलेंगे वो. अ वेरी गुड मूव हियर वुड बी आइदर टू डेवलप दिस और इवन दिस. मे बी नॉट सो मच. या दिस इज ऑल्सो फाइन एक्चुअली. इट्स फाइन, नॉट बैड. डेवलप जब तक डेवलपमेंट हो रही है इस लेवल पे, देन इज नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. You might have better moves, but that's cool. As long as you're developing, you're doing great. Knight निकालते हुए अभी जल्दी जल्दी भी खेल रहे हैं. Takes. Now let's see. He can take with bishop or queen. कैसे भी सही है. Bishop से लिया है, अच्छी बात है. अच्छा, knight पे attack है. Let's see if he comes back. A good place to. देखो, this is too much to expect from Abish. This even too much to expect from me. Knight f2 is the best move here. But वो तो मुझसे भी नहीं होगा. यहाँ पे the better move here is. Oh, he plays bishop f5. This is not a good move. We'll talk to him about it later. But opponent is also, 742. So this was hanging. So better move was to play knight c5. Time management भी कर रहा है Abish. That's true. अभी Abish has to realize this knight is hanging and bring it back. But he does not because पिछले move में नहीं देखा तो इस move में भी नहीं देखेंगे. पर शायद इस बार opponent देख ले. Yes, he does it. He sees that this was hanging. Okay, not bad. Attacking this weakness also. Don't forget that this is GM Abish Mathew who's playing this game. Okay, bishop hanging है अभी. Queen f3 previous position. Yes, queen f3. You mean queen f6, right? It's not here. Here, right? You're saying queen f6. Considerable move. You want to threaten checkmate and only move is coming back. But decent move. अच्छी move है. But ठीक है, यहाँ पे हुआ क्या? Let's see. यहाँ पे उन्होंने इसके बाद d4 खिलाया. बहुत ही उम्दा मूव है ये. d4 अच्छी मूव है. टेम्पो लेते हुए बिशप को वापस नहीं लिया उन्होंने. जब बिशप यहाँ आया वो बिशप को वापस ले सकते थे, पर ही प्लेड द बेस्ट मूव एक्चुअली. ये खेला उन्होंने. Opponent has played here this, and opponent also is another GM Abish Mathew, so he has given up a free bishop. उन्होंने कहा कि भाई तुम लो बिशप, लेकिन अगर ये बिशप लिया तो it's a mate over here and it's a checkmate.
Yes.
So GM Abish Mathew, you had to be a little careful there. Let's quickly go through this game. Can you see my screen? I'm sharing it on Google Meet.
Ready. Yeah.
ठीक है. He played e4. You played e5. He played knight f3, attacking your pawn. So why didn't you defend it with this knight?
What did I move?
You played this knight.
Hmm.
This is a very complicated opening.
Mm-hmm.
Vishy Anand used to play this opening, actually, literally.
Hmm.
But this is very complicated for your level. To take, queen comes here, and then queen e7. This is very complicated. Instead, after knight f3, just defend this pawn with your knight. है ना? ठीक है. But anyway, you played a great move. It's not like you played a bad move. It's just very complicated. Even I don't know that move. Okay, you played knight f6. You took great move. He played queen e7. Great move again. d5 is a good move. He gave you a check, and you played the best move in this position, c6, getting tempo on the queen. Queen उसने वापस लिया, and you played knight here. Great move again, exchanging the knights. Beautiful position you have. And he attacked your knight with this move. Didn't he? He attacked your knight.
Yeah.
Then why didn't you defend it?
By taking the bishop onto.
You took the bishop to f5. Great, you defended it. But the problem is he will take it with the pawn and you'll win a pawn back, right?
Oh yeah, exchange now.
So instead, now can you find a better move to defend this knight?
I can. It'll have to come back then.
Very
right?
good.
There's
Where?
no other place.
Where, but?
It'll have to come to c5 so that the pawn is under attack and so is the queen.
Very nice. c5, gaining tempo on the queen is the best move. But anyway, you played instead. Now you're finding all the best moves. Now you played bishop f5. Okay, he came here. He missed that this was hanging. Again, you had a chance to come back. But
still in.
Because you didn't see it once, so you probably didn't see it again. So you played bishop c5, and now he saw it and he took it. Okay, and you took it. Everything is fine. He played bishop e3, attacking your bishop. You played the best move in the position, d4, attacking his bishop back, gaining tempo on the bishop. And he put a threat over here. He put a sneaky little trap over here. You know what he did? He's attacking your queen, this pawn with two pieces. So he's like, if you take it, it's a checkmate. And you fell for that trap. So always see what the opponent's move is threatening. Always, no matter if you're winning, you're 5 pieces up, you're 10 pieces up, always just for 1 second see कि अच्छा इसने जो खेला है, इसने तो ब्लंडर कर दिया, but let me just see कि कुछ हो रहा है क्या यहाँ पे. Every time see कि opponent के move से क्या changes हुए position में, is they threatening anything? Are they threatening anything? That is the first question you ask to yourself when the opponent plays any move. Then you think, what can I do? Because what you can do, you can anyway do. But what opponent is doing, that is out of your hand, right? So let's first always check वो क्या कर रहा है, क्योंकि मैं जो प्लान लेके बैठा हूँ कि मुझे ये करना है वो तो मैं करूंगा ही, पर उसने अगर वो ये भी करेगा मेरा यही प्लान है, वो ये भी करेगा मेरा यही प्लान है, वो ये भी करेगा मेरा यही प्लान है, मेरा तो प्लान वही है, पर वो कुछ भी कर सकता है ना. तो देखते कि वो क्या कर रहा है और फिर अपना प्लान तो है ही. एंड अगर उसका थ्रेट हमसे ज्यादा बढ़कर है तो then we can't do this. So now in this position, could you play any other move?
In this position, if I take that, you take this, you take this. Check it.
How do you defend this checkmate? Many ways to do it.
I can castle inside and then...
Perfect. The best move. Simply you're safe. Now who's going to stop you from doing this? You can also come back, attack this queen. You can also come here, defend this twice.
Hmm.
You can do so many things here.
Hmm.
But you went, I say, you saw that free piece and you took it.
Hmm.
We'll play one more game.
Right.
All right, let's go. Okay, chat, I'm back. Okay, let's see. फटाफट हो रहा है. वापस से सिमिलर ओपनिंग है इस बार आई एम श्योर. यस, देखो कितना जल्दी सीख गए हो. Okay, now opponent is attack this pawn. Now Abish has to see that's not a big threat and he plays a good move. ठीक है. ये वैसे 675 मेरे को पता नहीं लग रहा है, शायद नहीं है, but ठीक है. अभी उसको देखना पड़ेगा. ये बिशप हैंगिंग है तो बिशप को वापस लाना पड़ेगा इधर. थोड़ा मुश्किल है सोचना. आई थिंक ही विल थिंक ऑफ इट. आई होप ही विल.
Listen.
Okay, he plays this instead. He gives up that again. He's giving so many hanging pieces.
No.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, free pawn he got. That's cool. एक pawn मिल गया एक पीस के बदले. एक पीस की कीमत 3 pawn होती है. एक pawn मिल चुका है हमको. बट थिंग इसकी ये और एक pawn मर रहा है यहाँ पे. पर ओपोनेंट का भी pawn मर रहा है. काफी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड पोजीशन होने वाली है. Okay, he takes this. This is hanging now. Very nice. तो थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है यार. चेस इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट गेम बट slowly and steadily he's going to improve. Okay, this is again, you can take it with check or you can come back here, but थोड़ा मुश्किल है यहाँ पे चाल चलना क्योंकि ये भी हार रहा है, ये भी गलत है, ये भी गलत है. ओनली मूव इज हियर. तो नाइट C5 देखना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. वेरी नाइस. नाइट C5 देखो, अगर ऐसा एक बिशप ब्लेंडर हो जाए ना मुझे चलेगा जब तक ऐसे मूव है वो चल रहे हैं. क्योंकि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब एक ही मूव है 4 मूव में से वो ढूंढना, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम रियली एक्साइटेड अबाउट. एंड ऑल्सो नाउ ही इज अटैकिंग दिस बिशप ट्वाइस. I don't know if the opponent will see this. If he's really 675 the opponent, he might not see this. कई बार क्या होता है ना कि जो सारे प्लेयर होते हैं ये किसी और जैसे 15+10 में या फिर 5+0 में स्ट्रांग रहते हैं, 1000-1200 रहते हैं, और 10+0 उतना कोई खेलता नहीं है, उतना टाइम ज़्यादा लोग इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते, तो उसमें कम होता है. ऐसा भी होता है. सो ही सीज दैट मूव. दैट्स गुड. आई थिंक Abish should just castle right now. Okay, this is not good because bishop will take it. But again, opponent is low rated, so misses that. Now he should just take this bishop because otherwise the piece is hanging. He castles. Okay, decent. अब opponent ने देख लिया वो. Takes. Opponent is materially up, लेकिन उसका king weak है. And at this level, I think it's still equal. Okay, D5, good move. डन है भाई राहुल शेट्टी, मैं बताता हूँ. अच्छी मूव थी ये. नहीं स्ट्रीट क्रॉनिकल्स. अरे आई थिंक अबीश विल बी शॉट. ये क्या हुआ? ऑन परसों अभी तक नहीं सिखाया था मैंने अबीश को. अबीश को लग रहा है ग्लिच हो गया गेम में कुछ. अबीश डजंट इवन गिव अ शिट. ओके, रुक किसी तरह गेम में लाना है. ओपन फाइल है ये. अबीश को पता है कि ओपन फाइल रुक को बहुत पसंद है. अबीश के ओपोनेंट्स कौन होने वाले हैं पूरे इस टूर्नामेंट में? लेट मी टेल यू. तो अबीश के ओपोनेंट होने वाले हैं भाई सोनाली जी, निशांत अनवर, कनीश सुरका, रोहन जोशी, No, actually, Suhani Shah. I think against Rohan Joshi, who's also a very new player. वो तो अभी से भी नए हैं सीखने में. तो उनके against Abish is a stronger player. Kumar Varun. अच्छा, Kumar Varun is going to play Gautami. Kumar Varun is weak. Kaniz is actually strong. निशांत तनवर को अभिष ने हराया है, तो मैं अभी भी अभिष के साइड में हूँ उस मैच में भी. एंड सोनाली जी इज ऑल्सो आउट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, सो आई थिंक फेयर है. ओपोनेंट्स एक टफ है, 2-3 इजी भी है. क्या खेला उन्होंने? अच्छा, उन्होंने नाइट पे अटैक किया, अच्छी बात है. अच्छा, रोहन डी में है. केनी डी में है. ओके. अच्छा हाँ, रोहन रोहन तो डी में है. तो सुहानी है. सुहानी इज ऑल्सो वेरी वीक. इनफैक्ट सुहानी एंड अभिष वर एट द सेम लेवल. सुहानी ने ओपनिंग काफी सीखी थी, एंड राइट नाउ सुहानी इज नॉट प्रैक्टिसिंग, so I will still give Abish the upper hand. Sapan Verma is in which category? Yeah, Sapan Verma is also strong. So Sapan is strong, Kaniz is strong. Baki sab, I think Abish has a good chance against, like Sonali, Nishant, Suhani. इनके against Abish has a good chance. Sapan in C. Yeah, Abish also in C, no? And also I'll help him prepare against the opponents as well, no? अच्छी बात है. देखो, दोनों रुक्स को ओपन फाइल पे लाए हैं, धीरे धीरे सीख रहे हैं. Sonali plays every day. What's her rating? Her rapid rating is 581 again. No, so she's not that strong. We'll analyze her game also after this. ये उनकी गेम हम खोल के रखते हैं, सोनाली जी की. देखेंगे बाद में क्या करते हैं वो. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ इस गेम में? रुक लाया था इन्होंने, नाइट लाया, बिशप वापस लाए, क्योंकि वेरी नाइस. ही स्पॉटेड दैट द नाइट वाज अटैकिंग इट. वेरी गुड. सडनली अभिष इज प्लेइंग वेरी गुड. देखते हैं सोनाली जी कैसे खेलती हैं. ब्लैक है वो इसमें. ओके, डेवलपिंग एवरीथिंग. नाइस. Attacking the queen, very nice. Oh, see, again she blunders this piece. And king, okay, maybe mouse slip. Okay, she doesn't blunder this one. Check. अच्छा खेलती है वो भी. Next. Oh, nice. How did she lose this game then? Wow, she played a great game. How did she lose this? ये कैसे हारी है सोनाली फिर? भाई ये तो जीत गई ना सोनाली तो. सोनाली ये तो जीत गई सोनाली. अच्छा खेला सोनाली ने ये गेम भाई. 3-3 प्रमोशन किया उसने. एनीवे, रुक C6. सुनाई ठक्कर. इतनी कम कैसे उनकी रेटिंग फिर? ये कैसे हारी थी वो? E4 5. अच्छा, वापस अटैक. सोनाली बढ़िया खेल रही है, मतलब दिस वाज नॉट सो गुड.
What happened?
She's playing good. Sonali is playing really good. Very nice, huh? She lost on time, I think, in this one. बहुत अच्छा खेला सोनाली ने ये गेम. ठीक है, यहाँ क्या हो रहा है अपने गेम में?
Checkmate all three.
अच्छा, checkmate हो गए.
Where are you, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I saw the game. Again, you're starting to play good. You're starting to develop instinct. The only thing that you are doing is you're giving up hanging pieces. I'm gonna take it from the start. Okay. E4, E5, great. Knight either, great. He played this. You gave a check, great. Came here. Why? Like He's attacking your bishop, Abish.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
Protect the for me, I was just like the knight protects the bishop, but I forgot that what'll I get is just a pawn.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So you have to defend. Like this is a smaller piece. So even if you get it, it's you just get a pawn. So you have to bring this back. है ना? Anyway, just make sure
Yeah.
that's a big blunder you did. Otherwise, I thought it was fine. Takes, you took it great. You came here, you took it great move. Came here, you came here. You were doing a phenomenal job here attacking this bishop twice. है ना? आपने इस bishop को 2 बार attack किया. Now he played this, and this was not a good move. Can you
This
just
is for a
calculate?
check.
For a check for sure, but what will he play here? He'll just take it, no? He'll take it.
And then I'll take with that, huh? But
And
it
then-
adds, then the queen can take.
So you lost 2 pieces for 1. है ना? यहाँ पे you could have just probably even castled. Even castling is cool here. Because this you should just, whenever you make a move, right? Whenever you make a move, make it in your head first. कि भाई ये जब होगा तो वो क्या कर सकता है? And you will easily see that bishop takes, knight takes, and queen takes. है ना? ठीक है?
Right.
So यहाँ पे you lost another piece. Now you're 2 pieces down. And now suddenly you start playing good, okay? D5, takes, comes here. You brought your bishop here, great move. He came here, attacking the pawn. You brought your rook to an open file, great move. Came here, you brought another rook to the open file, another very nice move. Here he's attacking your bishop. Suddenly you saw this and you brought it back. So what I've realized is when a pawn is attacking your bishop, right? You think that if something is there, it's defending it. It's not defending it. It is defending it, but you have to save it. Like one person has said in the chat, don't defend, save it. Because pawn
So
will take
basically,
it.
you have to put it this direction instead of the other way around. I could have continued.
No, this one though you played great. This is the best move you played. But if let's say if pawn is attacking you, and even if you have a defender for like if right now if you had a knight here and this knight had come here, you wouldn't care because if knight takes. But if instead of a knight, your knight was still here and a pawn would threaten you, you couldn't ignore it. You shouldn't ignore it even though you have a defender. क्योंकि भाई वो मारेगा, आप मारोगे, आपका नंबर ऑफ ट्रेड्स आर इक्वल, लेकिन जो मटेरियल है वो आपका कम हो जाएगा बिकॉज उसने मारा आपके पॉन से और आपको मिला उसका पॉन, उसको बिशप मिल गया.
तो 2 up होगा already उसका,
है ना? तो ठीक है. तो now let's play a different format of chess which is called hand and brain. You have some time, right? How much time you have? You can play one last game.
Let's play one more again.
One last.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Let's play one last. Now in hand and brain. Hold on. Chat, can one of you send challenge to Abish because hand and brain अपनों के साथ ही खेलेंगे तो थोड़ा वो भी नहीं रहेगा कि cheating कर रहे. Abish, you'll probably get so many challenges on the right side.
Can I accept RV Thakur as that?
Accept.
All right.
So मैं आपको बोलूंगा पीस कौन सा हिलाना है आपको.
ठीक है.
And वो कहाँ move करना है, that you have to decide. Explain
Got it.
points. He already knows the points. Did you start the game?
Yeah, the game started. It's an RV.
/follow. Okay, शुरू करो आप pawn से. मैच शुरू नहीं हुई by the way.
No, he's moved.
Has he?
Yeah, he just moved. Pawn.
Why can't I see your game? Okay, let me check.
Hand and brain. Tell me, I'll wait.
Just click on. No, you're not playing anybody.
I'm playing RV Thakur right now.
नहीं चल रहा है game. There's a resign if you're playing or on the bottom right.
Or resign?
हाँ, because game तो नहीं चल रहा, मेरे को तो नहीं दिख रहा. Send him a rematch.
How do you send a rematch?
जहाँ resign आपने किया होगा वहाँ एक वो आया रहेगा, एक tab आया रहेगा, उस पे rematch.
Everything is like right now I can't see shit because of the challenges on the left.
Just accept any challenge.
Any
Not
challenge,
someone too
sure,
strong.
sure. Not someone too strong. Okay, cool. Let's say अपना 600 है. 600 में कोई है क्या? सभी मस्त लोग हैं. चलो
कितने?
अरे I don't know. हाँ.
Okay, 958 ठीक है, चलेगा. ठीक है. So let's go with the pawn.
Okay.
Hello, AXM1295. Okay, let's play a knight. Let's play another knight. Let's play a bishop. Great. Let's play a bishop, keeping in mind the pawn structure. Why didn't you take the knight?
Because the pawn structure हो जाता.
Okay, anyway, bishop now.
No point taking the thing. It'll take it on down. Okay. Tougher.
That's
As
okay.
a game. If I take a pawn, he takes to the pawn, we only win a pawn.
So
I'll defend it.
how? Very nice. Very nice move. Okay. Let's go with the pawn. Good. However, e3 would have been better because you want to develop, right?
E3 would have been better.
Anyway, pawn.
Yeah, now I'm trying to see which pawn. Let the king pawn be protected. Or a double pawn.
Okay. Again, you should have taken with the e2 pawn. Why didn't you take with the e2 pawn?
Why with the e2? Oh, because
the bishop
why
would
with the
open
e2
again,
pawn?
right? है ना?
Got it. Yeah. No, makes sense.
And
Yeah.
later, when you castle to the king's side, it would be, you would still have the g2 pawn right there.
Okay.
Anyway, so now we can't castle short. We have to castle long because that's where the pawns are good now. है ना? So let's play queen, preparing to castle. सारा दिन हो गया stream करते हुए. Yes, Manan, I did a lot of streams today. Okay, here you are allowing him knight b4. Tempo
Knight
on your
b4.
queen. See, which is what he played. So now you have to come back one step with the queen. So
Can I not check with the king?
You can go ahead. Let's go queen. That's actually a much better move than even I thought. That's a great move, Abish.
Awesome.
That's very good. That's a very good move.
And then we have one weakness here as well.
Very nice. Wow. This actually turned out to be a great move, this queen d3. You were right.
Yeah.
So, like you said, there's a weakness. So go queen. Beautiful. See how you're playing. You're playing on your own. I'm just telling you the pieces.
What happened?
Nothing. He's thinking.
Achha.
Focus on everything that's happening in the position. Okay.
He took this. If I take this, he'll take this. This is
king.
We can castle.
Yes. Let's castle. Very nice. Very nicely done. You're also threatening
the knight is being threatened right now by the rook. So
very nice.
you can take this.
Playing like an absolute beast right now. Nikhil bhai. Oh yeah, Sagar, for sure, man. I'm getting my passport this month, in fact, in 10 days. Okay. What we can play here? Let's play pawn.
Okay, I think I know what we can do.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking e2 to e4.
Very nice. That's what I'm thinking.
Gets attacked by the knight and this. But yeah, we have 1, 2, and then it has 1. That's 2.
Chat, only you can hear me now. I wonder what was a better move there. इतना क्यों advantage दिखा रहा था बाहर? यहाँ पे ऐसा क्या था यार? मुझे भी नहीं मिला यहाँ पे. E3. How does E3? अच्छा, E3 से क्या होता? Knight हिल जाता. And फिर बिशप B5 चेक. अच्छा, ये था आइडिया. पर वो अच्छा बिशप B5 चेक ना, वो करना ना इनको. ठीक है, वो हमारा आइडिया बेसिकली ये है कि क्वीन हमको ओपन करनी है. ठीक है. You are back. You played E4. Okay, he has played this. ठीक है. Okay, so now can we go pawn? What are you thinking, Abish? First, tell me.
I'm thinking e4 captures.
Very nice. What happens
d4
then?
so that then their knight at e6 will capture our knight. I mean, their their pawn will capture our pawn.
Then?
But if we take our knight, then we exchange to the knight. Then our rook will take, and then the queen will come, and we can take with our queen.
Beautiful.
But then
Let's
they
go.
have one knight that can take my queen at the same
How?
position, though, which is at the f3.
That already you calculated, right? First you calculated pawn takes and knight takes, only you calculated.
Pawn takes the pawn, right now, which is
Yeah.
at b5.
Go ahead. Chat, bishop c7 is not a great move because queen c8 will simply exchange the queens.
Oh my god, I think I know one move that we forgot. At the end of this, there's one. Oh, hey, wait, Samay.
Yo.
Isn't there a checkmate in 1? Look at the bishop at f. Can we not move that to b5?
Then that's a great move, great spot. But then knight comes to d7 right now. It's not a checkmate, but it's a great move.
Yeah, correct.
It's a very nice spot, by the way. Abish is playing well. Exactly, he's playing really good.
Oh, he didn't take.
He didn't take.
Okay.
Okay.
Right up.
Let us. Who is materially up? Are we materially up?
No, we are equal.
We're equal, right? Okay. What is your instinct here? First, you tell me that.
I'm thinking if we take the rook and give a check, and then the knight comes, at least our rook can then take.
You're saying the bishop.
Rook can take. Sorry, the bishop at f can come to b5, gives a check. Knight moves in. That clears our rook at d to sorry, not our rook. Yeah, basically it clears path for our knight. Oh no, actually no.
You know what? Yeah, play what you want from here. Let's see. Play what you want from here.
Damn, that's a lot of pressure, man.
Cool. That's cool. Go
ahead. That's a lot of pressure.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're thinking on the correct lines. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So if I can, yeah.
Playing very nice. Go play what you want here.
Okay, cool. Let me try.
Just play fast, okay?
This.
Very well done. You're pinning his knight after that, yeah?
Yeah. If he moves the knight.
He has to move the knight, no?
Yeah, which then opens up. If I now take with the knight here, then this knight can take, this knight is pinned, this knight can take, and then we're undefended. So now what I could do is, if I bring it here, it takes this here. Should I move?
Yeah, you have to move. It's your turn.
Okay. How do I put a pressure on this
Very good. Very
motherfucker
nicely you're thinking.
to move this guy? Right. Wait, I have.
Okay,
If I bring my knight ahead, sorry, my pawn ahead, it's
play whatever you want. You have only 3.5, 4 minutes. So play thoda sa quickly. Whatever you want, you play. हाँ chat. By the way, Abhish has played the best move here. तुम लोग कह रहे हो तब से बिशप क्या कह रहे हो तुम लोग यहाँ पे तुम लोग तब से ये कह रहे थे ना देखो
yeah. Oh.
इसमें अच्छा इसमें मुझे लगता है कि वो क्या करेगा वो अगर यहाँ आएगा तो फिर क्या होगा फिर क्या फिर क्वीन c6 चेक बट फिर नाइट d7 फिर क्या क्या बिशप a6 इतना कह रहे हो क्या तुम इतना डीप कह रहे हो एक्चुअली क्वीन तो ट्रैप है इससे तो थोड़ा डीप है ना यार वो अभी इस लेवल पे ठीक है लेट्स सी व्हाट Abhish has played he played here d6 the best move here he came here and he took this great again amazing play chat यहाँ पे नहीं वहीं पे करेक्ट था भाई मनश वहीं पे करेक्ट था वो कह रहा है यहाँ पे नहीं ओके लेट्स सी Abhish has to realize that it's a free bishop बहुत अच्छी तरीके से खेला Abhish ने अभी
okay. If I go chaotic, so if I take this,
chaotic भाई chaotic
this
ना कर
takes
दो कुछ
this takes this takes this. Still have a little bit. Okay, stupid move coming. I'm not sure, but like, let's just do it. Just stick with me here, man. Stick with me. Okay, I don't know, but let's try this. If I take this,
move भाई क्या ही move खेलिए chat Abhish से अभी हम वॉइस में कट गए ताकि वो फोकस करके खेले पर क्या ही मूव चली अगर वो रुक H d1 भी खेल दिए ना भाई तो मेरी आंखों में आंसू आ जाएंगे यार अगर उसने ये मूव खेल दी भाई अरे अब तो नाइट फ्री ही है अब तो नाइट फ्री ही है अरे बढ़िया बढ़िया लिया रुक से लेता और बेटर होता बट बहुत बढ़िया अच्छा स्पॉट let me just motivate him you're playing very well be confident keep playing like this playing very well okay chat Abhish can't hear me again भाई तुम देखो यार तुम खुद सोचो एक बार पिछले COBs देखो और फिर अभी ये अभीश मैथ्यू कौन है तुम्हें समझेगा ही नहीं देखते हैं अगर वो रुक H d1 खेल दे यहाँ पे अभी देखो उनका रुक हैंगिंग है ये थोड़ा देखना मुश्किल है अभी पर आई होप कि वो देखे अरे बाप रे तुम बताओ यार इससे बढ़िया क्या हो सकता है आज इससे बढ़िया क्या हो सकता है ही हैज प्लेड रुक H d1 भाई इतना परिवर्तन कैसे भाई ही इज वेरी डेडिकेटेड यार मैं उनको जो सिखा रहा हूँ ना वो प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं वो रात में because he really has taken some pressure that he wants to play well and he's playing very well is this the same Abish who used to give check to his own king yes it is the same Abish okay अब मुश्किल हो गया है ठीक है क्योंकि ये नहीं दिखेगा उसको 100% यस मुझे लगा था क्योंकि अब वो नाइट बीच में आ गया तो वो रुक डिफेंडेड नहीं है ये सब कैसे देखेगा ना वो अभी पर इतना भी देख लिया वो बहुत बड़ी बात है कोई बात नहीं विश यू हैव प्रूव्ड योरसेल्फ इन दिस गेम ऑलरेडी c3 यहाँ पे चाल है जो कि मुश्किल है मिलना okay this is not good okay but good thing is he realizes it's not good because queen will take it opponent के पास भी टाइम कम है अभिष के पास भी टाइम कम है ओके, ओपोनेंट के पास पहली बार अभी से कम टाइम है. COB full form. It's actually come on boobs. So that's what it is. कोई नहीं अक्षत, I think he's still playing well. अब 2 साल से स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं, अभी भी कोई पूछेगा COB का फुल फॉर्म क्या है तो फिर मैं क्या बोलूँगा ना यार चैट. अच्छा जी. बट ओपोनेंट ने ये खेलने में बॉटम है. नाउ C5 इज वीकनेस. पॉन जो C5 पे है, नाइट के लेफ्ट से ऊपर एक, वो फ्री है अभी, वो लिया जा सकता है. दैट विल बी अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग मूव. पता है क्वीन C5 बहुत मुश्किल है यहाँ पे अभी, पर ही हैज़ टू सी की वीकनेसेस क्या है. क्वीन C5, क्योंकि पता है क्वीन C5 से ये अटैक भी आएगा उसके बाद, एंड रुक यहाँ नहीं आ सकता. तो क्वीन C5 थोड़ा अगर मिल गया उनको बढ़िया है. नहीं मिलेगा, मोस्ट वेरी अनलाइकली दैट ही विल फाइंड इट. बट अगर वो सोचे ज़रा कि वीकनेसेस क्या है, ही विल फाइंड इट. ओ भाई भाई, अभिष जीत गया मेरे लिए गेम. अभिष मेरे लिए गेम ऑलरेडी जीत चुका है. दोस्तों इस वीडियो एंड तक रुकना और थोड़े अच्छे अच्छे कमेंट करना अभिष के इंप्रूवमेंट के बारे में. अभिष भी बाद में पढ़ेगा, उसको भी अच्छा लगेगा. एंड सच ही लिखना जो तुम्हें फील होता है, क्योंकि बहुत बढ़िया इंप्रूवमेंट हुई अभिष की. ठीक है, चेक दिया है, कोई नहीं. किंग को एक कदम लेफ्ट ले लेंगे हम.
Is it a yeah, it is a check.
ओके, बस किंग को एक कदम ले लेंगे यहाँ. ये
No,
आया देखो. अभी भी थोड़े ना डीएनए तो वही है ना यार, क्या बोले अभी. डीएनए में तो जीएम अविश मैथ्यू है, तो क्या करेगा अब. खून तो खून होता है ना यार. खून में जो चीज है अब उसको कैसे निकाले ना यार चैट. वेरी नाइस. अब अब किंग आना ही था गेम में, आ गया किंग. क्या ओके, यहाँ पे उसने डिस्कवरी रिटर्न की है, पर मेरे लिए तो ऑलरेडी जीत चुका है अभिष गेम. 958 को टक्कर दे रहा है अभिष यहाँ पे ना. मुश्किल. अरे बाप रे, कैसे देखा उसने कि वो रुक हैंगिंग है, वो बिशप हैंगिंग है, तो किंग हिला लो ताकि रुक डिफेंड करे बिशप को. भाई क्या देख लिया उसने यार. ही सॉ दैट रुक इज अटैकिंग द बिशप एंड ओनली. मैंने छोड़ बोला चलो हार गया यहाँ पे, पर भाई ने अच्छी मूव देखी. एंड नाउ डूड व्हाट द फक, ही इज बेटर हियर, बट आई डोंट नो द मूव हियर. मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ क्या है यहाँ पे मूव. क्या मूव है यहाँ पे चैट, मुझे भी नहीं मिल रही मूव. अच्छा एक्चुअली क्वीन हैंगिंग है. क्या हो गया मेरे को. क्वीन फ्री है भाई. अविश क्वीन फ्री है भाई. देख ले अविश क्वीन फ्री है. अरे देख ली भाई ने, देख ली. लेट्स गो, लेट्स फकिंग गो. अरे मुझे दिखी नहीं वो क्वीन फ्री थी भाई, फिर मेरे को दिख गई वो. ठीक है कोई नहीं भाई. अविश लेट्स गो, लेट्स प्ले क्विक. कम क्वीन f6, कम बिशप f5 एंड देन क्वीन h6 एंड क्वीन h7 इज मेड. मुश्किल है आइडिया, बट वेरी नाइस ऑलरेडी. यार देखो देखो देखो, h7 को आई करते हुए भाई. फक दैट रुक, इग्नोर करो. क्वीन f6 आ जाओ. आ पाएंगे क्या. क्वीन h6 नाउ लिटिल टू मच टू एक्सपेक्ट, बिकॉज यहाँ से उनको डर लग रहा होगा कि रुक से मेट हो रही है भाई, रुक से मेट हो रही है. ओके ओके, ये भी बढ़िया है भाई, ये भी बढ़िया चाल है. ये भी बढ़िया चाल है. लेट्स गो, टेक 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 टेक. जल्दी जल्दी खेलो. 25 seconds, huh? You have to play fast. Let's go. That's cool. 25 seconds, just play fast, huh? Okay, no stress. Checkmate.
Black one.
Bye, Abish. You
I
played
checked
such a great game. Bye, Abish. You played such a great game. This is the best game you've played today. Quickly, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Until now, यहाँ तक तो हमने देखा. यहाँ पे like in the when I told you to play bishop, you should have taken this here because ताकि वो ये खेलता तो उसका double.
Sorry. Can't see. हाँ बता.
हाँ, let's go from top. D4, D5, great. यहाँ पे सही है. ये खिला. यहाँ पे I told you bishop, यहाँ पे bishop से ले लेना था ताकि उसको डबल पॉन मिल जाते. and double pawn मिल जाते तो worse होता. But when I said bishop, you played this, he played this, and you played this. Great. So far you're doing great. You see this bar on the left? जितना white ऊपर है उतना white जीत रहा है, जितना black नीचे उतना black जीत रहा है. Right now it's 0.4 towards you. ठीक है. He played here attacking your knight. Here I said pawn. I was saying कि भाई ये pawn खेल लो ताकि ये bishop निकल जाए. Anyway, if he takes, we're gonna take with the queen. No stress. Pawn integrity का कुछ नहीं हो रहा आपने. But you played this decent enough move. You see the bar, how much it's still equal. ठीक है. He took it, and here you could have taken with this pawn. So again, this bishop opens up. है ना? We have to bring the pieces in. But you played with this again. Decent, nice move. If you want long castle, then it's a perfect move. Again, bar, you see, it's equal. He played this, wanting to develop the bishop out. You played queen d3, which was actually a much better move than what I had thought. In fact, it's the best move, I guess. You played this. He came here and you spotted this amazing move, queen b5. He had to go back, and here you played this phenomenal queen b7, winning simply your pawn up. He came here and you castled. Again, lovely move. Why? Because this sets up a rook pawn queen. So later when you attack this pawn is pinned. Okay. Anyway, he came here and you already made use of that pin. You attacked that pawn. He took this pawn, but you took it. He came here and you gave this check. Look at the bar. Look at the bar. It's completely in your favor. He comes here. This is a pin now. Remember, I told you what to do with the pinned piece. Put more pressure on it. Put more pressure on the pinned piece. So maybe you could have thought of ideas such as knight comes here and then trying to maybe get the knight here at some point. Maybe also, maybe getting the knight from here, queen here. But this is all very advanced. But okay, what you played here was phenomenal. Again, in d6, look at the bar. Bar loves it. You played a great move here. He came here with the rook, gave you a free pawn. You snapped it. Again, best move. Now he took your pawn and you spotted this. This is the best move in the position again, rook d6. So you played a series of best moves here, and here you were on your own. And he castled here. Now this knight right here is free. What do you take it with? You took it with the bishop, but can you take it with a better piece that gives you tempo?
With the rook, technically
Perfect.
would give the tempo.
Give you tempo. And then you're also threatening in the future this. Maybe you'll come here and attack this thrice. And you took with this, which is also great. It's also, if not equally, slightly worse, but उतना ही
yeah, because it added no tempo, it just took a piece.
Yeah, ये भी अच्छी move है, पर ये ज़्यादा strong मुझे लगी. ठीक है? तो ये खेला, ये किया उसने यहाँ पे attacking your rook. And here I was like, चलो, you probably will not see this, but you saw rook d1, very nice move, defending this rook, doubling up your rooks. Everything is perfect. Your position is lovely, plus 12. Even like the best player, Bobby Fischer, wouldn't be able to play with black from here. Such में, the black is gone completely, खत्म है. He played knight d4. What he did is, what you didn't realize, is कि उसने रोक दिया, ये जो बैटरी थी उसको तोड़ दिया उसने. Now this rook is no longer defending this rook. So what do you do here?
Well, technically, if I would have taken the rook with the knight, then the pawns would have taken it.
Yeah. You see this weak pawn here?
It's undefended pawn, yeah.
Yes, you could have taken it. Still defending the rook. And threatening. Remember yesterday, discovery?
Oh, yeah, correct.
Yeah. But anyway, here you failed to see this, which was, again, I can imagine it was not easy to see. So you played here and he took your rook because now no longer it was defended. And again here, you played this is a bad move. These are two bad moves you played. Because this check simply loses that knight, no? You should have seen, no? Why did you play here? Why did you play this check? You didn't see that? This check you played, he took with the queen.
Oh, the check that I played with the queen. Yeah. In my head, what was happening was I said, if I put a check, then only the king can move.
No.
But I forgot that at that time, like, it can only move when,
look, I'll tell you the
like,
basics.
there's no other piece defending it. Yeah, correct.
There are 4 ways to come out of a check. One is to move your king. One is to put something in between the king and the checking piece. Yeah. Like, let's say if this is the thing here and I bring my rook over here and this pawn is not there. So if he brings something in the middle, that check is defended, right? Hai? Let's say in the future, let's say over here where you gave him the check like this with the check, what did he do? He brought something in the middle and defended the check. So check can also be defended without moving the king by bringing something in between, because no longer is now this in check. This is taking the all, like imagine that laser point coming out. Knight is saying, I will absorb that laser. King को कुछ नहीं करने दूंगा मैं, है ना? तो by moving the king, by bringing something in the middle, by capturing the piece which is giving you a check, है ना? And fourth is by slapping your opponent, which is not possible in this, but in over the board you can get out of a check like
Over
that
the
as
board,
well,
okay.
है ना?
Perfect. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, but anyway, so here you played this, not a good move, but I realize ki what was the problem. There was a understanding problem there, so therefore let's ignore this, ठीक है? Because you thought कि वो सिर्फ king हिला सकता है check में. So he played queen takes f6. Okay. You took this free pawn, which was very nice. You spotted it was a weakness. Did you spot it like that? Is that how you found? Very nice.
Hanging, yeah.
So you took this and he played here knight e2 check, है ना? And here everyone was thinking you will play king b1 because
I was thinking king b1, but then I was like, let me just put it over there. And then as soon as I did it, I said shit. But then I was like, why am I saying shit? It's not a bad move. Then I was like, is it? I'm so confused. Yeah.
It was a decent move, but the thing is,
but it's just that for me, I thought it was a bad move because my rook at d1 doesn't have an open file anymore.
Yeah, that's also fine. That also your king is in the middle of the board and there's no defense to king नंगा हो गया है अभी. King के सामने कुछ नहीं है भाई. You're inviting trouble. You're like आ जाओ मेरे को दो check बाद में कहीं से check दो मुझको. You're inviting all these moves. So king has to be in the safe, right? तो आप अपना treasure पूरा ऐसे रास्ते पे रख रहे हो. You're giving your seed phrase of your crypto wallet to everybody. Come loot मारो मेरे को. But ठीक है, king d2 not so bad because I thought even king b1 was little scary because this rook later on maybe something was happening. So I thought okay, chalo ठीक है, king d2 is fine. He played he took this, you took it, great move, and he played here the move rook d8, attacking your bishop, and it's also pinning your bishop. You can't move the bishop anywhere. And this is when I thought that you will not find this move because this is a stellar move, king c1. To come back in chess is the most difficult thing to do. To make a move and then to come back is the most difficult thing to see, and you saw that. And king c1 is the best move there, and you played it because now this rook defends this bishop again. You gave a discovery to your own piece by defending it. है ना?
Yeah.
And then he played queen e7, which I also realized, oh, why did the bar go up? And I was like, oh fuck, it's a free queen. And you took the free queen. ठीक है? Now you're completely winning. He comes here. And again, here you play this fantastic move, bishop f5, eyeing this square where you want to come and checkmate him. You'll come here, you'll come here, you'll come here. You came here, attacking this. Now you have only 40 seconds. Opponent has 40 seconds. He takes this. ठीक है? He takes this. Now I was really thinking you will probably play this. You will probably even take this. But you played a very nice move, rook d8. It's one of the best moves in the position. Because you are up material. So you're exchanging. When you're up material, exchange down. So he took it. Why didn't you take the rook back?
What did I do?
That would have something been like this. You gave up the bishop.
I think it was the same thing, you know. I thought that if it's a check, only the king can move and the king can't attack the piece that is there. So I thought no one can move.
Now you know. Now you understand that, right?
Yeah.
That if you're under check and अगर इसको कोई defense होता ना यहाँ पे अगर queen होती आपकी, he couldn't take it. But now though it's free, right? By capturing the checking piece, he can get out of the check. I was like, चलो कोई बात नहीं, दे दिया bishop, दे दिया. Now he will take the rook. Now even if you now take the rook, you're still better.
But I took the hanging pawn, no?
You took that pawn. Like, why didn't you take this?
Yeah.
है ना? Any reason you didn't see this?
No, I didn't see it because I don't know. I didn't see it.
Okay, no stress. You took this, still you're winning. Okay. He comes here. Can you find a double attack check over here?
Double attack check.
Yeah. A double attack.
I mean, if I just move the... Okay, here's what I'm trying to think. If I move the queen to f8, then the rook can take it.
Yeah, but then he'll take you. That's a double attack for sure. It attacks both, but this will also take you.
A double attack. Oh yeah, a double attack would be f6.
Perfect. Attacks this. You give the check. He moves. You win this rook back. ठीक है? But here what you played this, and this just results in a dhuduk checkmate.
Checkmate.
King can't go. King is here.
Correct.
But otherwise, see, you realize how good you played this game. You
I
play
only got -4 in the game.
Huh?
As far as the rating is concerned,
Yeah.
you lose 10-15. I got -4.
You're playing a 960 rated player, almost like very very strong, like Tanmay ke around rating hai.
Oh, nice.
And let's quickly see your accuracy in this game. So your accuracy for this game was 64.2, which is a great accuracy. Okay. So after every game you play, you can analyze it. You can see where I went wrong and all of that.
Yeah, I do that after every game anyway, just to see. So sometimes I click on blunders and I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, then it just takes you to a certain part of the game and I have to like, what was it? Oh, this is the blunder. But then, yeah. What does a show line mean?
So show line, just it will tell you the best line. Don't analyze it like that. I'll tell you how to analyze the game. Like this is your board. You will just see, okay, this is the book move, great. This is fine, 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 this is fine. This is all good, excellent. Everything that's green, just ignore it because that's great. Nothing to learn from that. As soon as you see, like, let's say, see all good moves. Inaccuracy, also ignore it. Ignore it. It's a great move, best move. If you get inaccuracy, imagine it's a fucking best move you played there. Fuck the engine. Okay? Fuck you for. There should be a fucking human engine who doesn't put inaccuracy. I'm so pissed off at this inaccuracy. Fuck you. E4 is a good move there. Fuck your engine. Okay? He comes here. Okay? You took all is green. Everything is green so far. Everything is great. Opposite of my portfolio. Okay, this is also great. Okay? This is also good. So now when you see, अच्छा ये मैंने blender किया ना. As soon as you see this blender, go to that blender and click on retry. And now retry that move. Okay? And then it will, like, for example, now here you retry. Retry this. This is the best move. Great. है ना? And just in case you don't find it, click on analysis. And here on the top, you will see these three moves are good. Queen takes c5 is great. Queen a6 is great. Rook takes h6 is great. Okay? Then you can see, like, here also blender. So what is great? Can you tell me, instead of this, here what would have been a good move from looking at the engine?
Looking at the engine or just the board?
The engine. This is for you to understand how to analyze. So it's giving you these three lines. Whichever you understand the best, you will learn something from it. Like, I understand the best from second line, c4.
c4.
Just defend this knight.
c4. How do you read it? It's been always
Just says
confusing.
it's 22. This is the move. 22nd move. c4. Then,
but when you don't write p, it means c4 basically means pawn, right?
Okay, like that, yeah. So when you don't write, so when you have to write q is queen. K is for king. N is for knight because K is taken by king. Fuck the knight. King is more important. Fuck you. Okay? Knight will not get K. Fuck off, knight. Okay? So N will come for knight. N is knight. So anytime you see N c4, that's knight to c4. K c4, king to c4. Q c4, queen to c4. Then you have R for rook.
Rook, correct.
And then you normally have c4. That's a pawn. Because pawn
then bishop
fucks
is
the pawn.
B,
like
I'm
nothing, not even a P for pawn. They could have given a P for pawn. They're like, fuck you pawns. You have no fucking thing in chess. Fuck off. You're the lowest piece.
So basically, you give the final location and not from and to, just the two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now sometimes what happens is there are two rooks here. Like, let's say there's one rook here and one rook here. And rook f1, they say. You will not understand which rook f1, no? So then they will say rook e f1 or rook g f1.
Got it.
Take it. Those are notations. Just make sure you know them. So here it says what? C4.
C4.
Let's
so
follow
that
that
means,
line. C4. What does it say after that? What is this move?
NE2.
No, what is this now? It keeps changing because it keeps finding the best moves because computer is crazy. Okay, NE2. What is NE2?
NE2. That is knight going to E2. So
Very
which
nice.
is the knight? Where is E2? E and 2. Yeah, knight
See,
going
it
to
fucking
E2.
says it says it's the best move and then it automatically says inaccuracy. That's why I hate this engine. Okay, so just ignore inaccuracy. But anyway, so here I think a lot to learn from this game. But I understand that you do not know कि checks की वजह से checks में king.
Checks is something I still don't know. Check and checkmate, like
कि check में king को ही
फंडे
हिलाना
वाला।
है, you thought, which is understandable and which is why you made those blunder. Otherwise, you played a great game. ठीक है?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
So we'll meet tomorrow again.
All right.
So
Excited.
yeah, are you feeling the improvement?
I don't know if I'm improving.
Dude, just look at your previous COB's games, man.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I think those were like instinctive.
That's
I
how I
don't know.
look.
Maybe it's a good thing to not know the game and just continue playing. But the one thing that I can definitely tell anyone who's playing also is that just by doing puzzles, then starting to play, your mind gets a little used to observing these things and then you play. That's why my beginning of the game, I'm not very sure of. End game to hug deta har time, because it's just that under time pressure though, it's not like it's not that I crack under time pressure. I don't care about time right now. I'm like, even if I lose the game, I want to make sure that each move is going, because how to play fast, like how it's in music, right? Like you first play all your notes slowly. Even if you have a 30-minute class, you don't care. You play it slowly. Because 2 hafte baad, you'll automatically do it faster. So in my head, it's like time. It doesn't matter. I don't mind if time runs out. But that's a thing I need to get better at as well. Become faster at it. Yeah.
Time management. That is later on. वो तो हम करेंगे. But you have really improved. Yeah, you really improved. I'm telling you this.
Thank you.
Because now you're at least playing all the good moves. You're playing. You're bringing your pieces out. You're defending from threats. एक आध बार hanging piece चले जाता है. But again, I realized that उसके भी अब your understanding is good. Whenever there's a flaw in your understanding, you're blundering, and we are clearing that flaw. Like how you did not know कि भाई अगर pawn piece पे attack कर रहा है and I defend that piece, you did not understand that कि भाई it's not defended. It's defended but it's not safe because pawn लेगा हमको pawn मिलेगा. Now if the understanding is clear, you will not make that blunder. Here you did not understand कि check हो king को तो वो piece को मार सकता है. Now you understand it, you will not make that mistake. So you are now becoming a better player.
I can tell you one thing. If I learn something, I will do that same mistake again. But when I review it, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't do it. So then I won't do it. So it always takes 2-3 blunders for me to be like, acha, not to do this.
Usually it takes 20-30 blunders to do it. For you have a great grasping power. So keep at it. So tomorrow we'll meet again, play some games, do some puzzles. See you.
Got it.
All the best,
right,
Captain.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.